Hello and welcome to Casual Leaves. This is my favorites video, September. So it's been a long time I have done a favorites video. Maybe I haven't actually ever. I wanted to always, but my plants went through a really tough time for the last 3 months, especially after the whole root rot issue, which I've covered a lot, and then spider mites, and then it was just the really bad weather which affected all my plants, and they weren't really doing so well, and it took a lot of care and conditioning and treatment and patience mainly to kind of help them revive all over again. So I thought I'll talk about a few of them which deserve the spotlight and which deserve talking because they are just so beautiful. And of course I keep looking here a lot because this is my first favorite plant that I want to talk about. It's been doing so well, and I'm just so happy because, and I've mentioned this before, I started my plant journey majorly because of plants like this one, you know, the kind of patterns on the leaves, the size of the leaves. And I remember it used to be an Anthurium Variegated, which I really wanted, but we don't really get it here. But then I managed to get an Anthurium Crystallinum, which is this beauty here, and I was so happy when I got it. It had 3 leaves. One of those leaves is this, and then I got my own leaves under my care, which was this one and this one, and I used to think, oh my god, they're so big and they're so nice and everything. But then I got this leaf, which was one of the largest leaves I ever got, and I was so happy. And until I got this leaf, which is the latest one, it's finally hardened off. I was waiting for it to harden off so I could cover this plant in a video, and I'm just so happy. It's so huge. It's actually bigger than my face. And this was the goal. This was a goal for me when I started getting indoor plants, and I'm just so happy. And yeah, I just hope it does well. I repotted this plant a few months ago. That video is there, and I put it in this 6-inch pot, and from where this plant has reached this size, it's amazing. Like right now it has 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 leaves, and a new one is coming in. And I think I cut off 1 leaf, so it had really like 8 leaves or so. Really happy with it. And yeah, Anthurium Crystallinum, really happy for how well it's been doing, and I have to know what my next goal with this plant is going to be. I have checked its roots in between, just try to poke with a stick to see, and the roots are doing well. This is actually in regular soil also, regular as in it's an indoor soil mix, but it has a lot of regular potting mix, right? It's not one of those chunky mixes I use or the magic soil-less mix I've been using. It's regular indoor soil mix, and it's doing well, so I'm just happy with this one. And I'll try and insert a clip of the new leaf which is coming in, which is new highlights. So yeah, that's my first favorite of this month. The next one is right here, which is again doing so well. So happy, just so happy with this plant. That's the newest leaf, and it's on its way to make 1 more leaf, and this is the leaf before that, which I had covered in my July updates. August went by and I got this leaf, and it is pregnant. It is about to give me another leaf. And yeah, I've had a journey with this plant too. Like when I got this plant, this is the leaf, this is the newest leaf it had at that point in time, and it was all damaged, and it had a lot of wrinkles, and it was kind of broken, but I kind of helped it revive itself. This was one of the older leaves, which is small in size, and of course those typical smaller leaves on Monsteras which are there. So yeah, my Monstera Deliciosa, just introducing the plant properly, and I'm just so happy with what it's been doing. The size is just so awesome, like how huge it is. It's so huge, and look at these aerial roots. I know this is, I have a feeling this is root bound, and I want to repot it. Right now it's actually in this pot, which is a nursery pot it came with, but it had a crack when I got it, so I put it in this pot. Oh, let's have a look. Oh my god, look at the roots. There are roots here. There are some roots coming out at the bottom. So when I received this plant, it was in this pot and it was cracked. There's a crack here. It came that way, so I immediately just put it in another pot. Let me try doing that. I hope I don't damage those roots. So yeah, and then I just put it in this cover pot, and now I know it's root bound and I need to really repot it. But this is actually in cocoa coir chips, so I need to buy some of those because I don't have cocoa coir chips, which I think this plant needs. It's not in your regular soil, so I have to buy that. And then I'm even gonna probably do like a reporting video for my Monstera Deliciosa. So that was the next one on the list. Next I'm gonna talk about my other most favorite plant. So all these three plants which I'm talking about now have been the plants which made me start the whole plant journey. This is what I'm talking about. So that's my ALOCASIA Black Velvet. This went through a whole journey. When it came, it had really nice leaves. It had 3 leaves and they did so well. It flowered, it bloomed. I fed it, I overfed it, I underwatered, overwatered. I did every possible thing to this plant until it gave up on me, and I was learning, and I've been able to save it somehow. But yeah, this is the only leaf left. It has almost died on me twice, thrice. There are babies from this plant, one of which didn't survive. I had a corm which gave me a leaf, but it got a really bad hit of spider mites, so I had to throw it off. Then I had one more corm which right now is sort of it's given me a leaf. I have covered it in my YouTube shorts and I'm waiting for it to become a proper plant. So that's there, and I do have one more corm which I'm trying to grow into a plant. It's very tiny, doesn't have anything, just roots on it. So yeah, and this one had a bloom which I cut off. This is now not a bloom. This I think is supposed to be a new leaf, but because the bloom was right in it, it was right here inside, and when I chopped off the bloom, which I wanted to save energy and let the plant just grow, I think I've damaged the new leaf as well. So yeah, I'm not too sure if this will become a leaf or not, but I'm okay. I'm okay even if this is a one leaf plant, as long as it kind of survives and kind of, you know, keeps growing, keeps getting better. I'm okay with it. I'm really fine. What I love about, oh, I didn't say the name. It's ALOCASIA Black Velvet. If I didn't say it, I don't know if I said it. So this is my ALOCASIA Black Velvet, and I really like the leaf textures. It's so hard, it's like a cardboard, and it's velvety, it's dark green, and the vein patterns, I think that's what I love the most about it. Right now this is the only ALOCASIA I have, sadly. I had a ALOCASIA puprea which died on me because of fruit rot. It was the most beautiful one I had and it went, so I'm really sad about it. And then I had ALOCASIA Friedeck, which was really doing well, really doing well, and that also got completely bitten by root rot. Sorry, not root rot, spider mites. So that's gone. I do have its stalk remaining and I'm hoping it may one day give me a leaf. So that's that. This is in an aeroid mix which I found on one of the pages I follow. So this is the kind of soil it has. This is the soil with charcoal chips, with orchid bark, with a lot of, you know, those typical chunky soil mixes we get. So it's doing fine. At some point in time, it had a lot of white fungus thing and white little crawlies and whatnot in the soil, but I've been treating it regularly. I've been keeping my eyes peeled for spider mites and I'm trying my best to make it do better. But yeah, so I'm just happy. I'm really happy with this plant, with the look of it. It's really tropical, really rare, very jungle vibey, so I really love it. On to my next plant, which is of course my favorite. my Begonia Maculata. So this has been growing. There are two stalks. I have two stalks which I got when I ordered this plant, and one of them does really well, which is the one in the front. It's given me, these are all new leaves. So the leaves it came with have, of course, like they got matured, they fell off, and these are all new leaves which came in my care. And there's one new leaf here. I don't know if it will focus, but that's one new leaf there right here, which is about to come. And then there is this stalk which had one of the biggest leaves when I got this, but they have all fallen down. And now there was supposed to be a leaf here, but something happened, and I think there was some kind of a pest and it got stuck, and then I tried helping it out, and now there is some other leaf. Yeah, there is a leaf which is coming here as well. That's a new leaf here. And yeah, there are these two stakes here to give support to it, but they're actually not onto them. They're actually away from it, and they don't need support right now, so I'm just letting it be. I have not repotted it, I have not changed the soil, I've not done anything. I just treat it for spider mites, and I just let it be next to my humidifier, because I really don't want to let it, you know, change its course. It's doing fine, it's growing, it's giving me new leaves, so I'm really fine with it. I did order a new Begonia Maculata because I want a big bushy maculata, but that one is not doing well at all, which I covered in one of my last videos. But nevertheless, I'm really happy with this. Even though it's a small plant right now and the leaves are still small, but it gives a really beautiful look to my collection, and I'm just happy. I'm just so happy with it. So yeah, that's the fourth one. Then this is the fifth one, which is my next favorite plant, and that is my Syngonium Pixie. I really love it because it has been a hassle-free plant for me. I got it for free when I ordered my Deliciosa, my Monstera Deliciosa. The seller sent me free cuttings, 2 cuttings of a Syngonium, and it was so small I didn't know which Syngonium is it, what type is it, but I kept at it. I potted them in this small planter, and it's doing really well. The leaf sizes have finally started increasing from what it was. Like when I got it, the leaf sizes were like this small over here, this size, and now they are this big. So I'm really happy. It's a very simple plant. You don't have to do much. I think it looks good in small spaces like bathroom countertops, or maybe in your kitchen, or even at your study. And I put it in this cover pot. It looks really cute. It looks so nice. I really love the combination because the leaves have a little lime green, yellowish shade to them, a little bit, and this pot just complements that. So that's on my Syngonium Pixie. This is also in my aeroid mix, or a regular soil mix. It doesn't have a special soil, basically. It's just doing fine, but in a regular kind of a soil mix. Not too much thought on this one. I think plants do well when you don't really put too much attention to them. They do well that time, but if you like are too much into them, they just start going bad. Coming on to my last plant, and the reason I've kept it far away is because this is the one which also is very prone to spider mites in my house, in my case, and I'm really trying my best to treat it. I have lost it once completely to root rot, and then I just cut off one leaf which had a little node, and then it did survive. It did started giving me good number of leaves, and very recently it has started giving me big leaves. So that's my Syngonium albo, or variegated Syngonium. I'll just make some space for it. Just look at how beautiful it is, and this is the newest leaf. It is still becoming big. It is still trying to mature, and there is a new leaf here which is unfurling, this one. And it's already giving me a new leaf from that new leaf. Here you can see there's a little bump, And this is my favorite leaf. All of them, they just have such nice patterns. And this is from the last set of leaves. This used to be the biggest leaf amongst that, but you know what, this does have damage from spider mite. And there were a couple of more which had damage from spider mite, so I just chopped them off the other day. I may chop these two off also, but I have a feeling it can become a separate plant, like it may just start becoming a second stalk or something, so I'm not doing that. I did put this moss pole, and the roots have actually started to attach into it. I had manually put them inside. Like, look at this root, a lot of aerial roots, even here a lot of aerial roots, and I'm trying my best that they enter the moss. But now it has extended the moss pole, like over here. So I don't know if I'm to remove these roots carefully and put a taller moss pole here, or what do I do? Do I just let it be? Do I cut it from here, maybe start a new plant? I haven't really thought about it. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 leaves. There were 9. I chopped the other 2 off because I was afraid they keep bringing back the spider mites. So right now it has 7 leaves. And I like this pot. I used to not like it earlier because I didn't know how to use it. It's a self-watering pot, but now I just put water from here, and there are actually roots of the plant even here which you can see inside. And so I know it's doing well. I just put water from here and it just takes it up completely, and I just I spray or put a little water on top so that there's no dry soil on top. So I really think very soon, one by one, I'm gonna just replace all the pots with self-watering pots. I think they're really good in the long run, and if you have too many plants at home, it's advisable to get self-watering pots. So that was it. This was my favorites video. These are some of my favorite plants, indoor plants, rare plants, tropical plants that I really am into. I'm throughout the day spending my time with them. I go around, I sit, I watch them, and it's just like really nice. It feels good, it's therapeutic, it's like some sort of meditation with nature at home, and they give a really nice look to my room. And I don't keep them here, I keep them in a different room where there is a lot of indirect bright sunlight, and they seem to be doing well. There's a humidifier, and I'm trying my best to learn how to take care of them and how to grow them into bigger plants. So do continue watching the videos to see their journey, and do like and subscribe if you like this video, and maybe drop a plant emoji if you watched it this far, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.